This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
So Austin gets put into the King of the Ring tournament. He beats Bob Holly in the first round. He beats Savio Vega in the second round. And he debuts the Stone Cold Stunner at a television tapings for Superstars. It happens on June 8th. And the future Joey Abs of the Main Street Posse is going to be the first recipient of the Stone Cold Stunner. And as the legend goes, it was Michael Hayes who suggested the move. So now we've seen a total 180-degree switch of this character in just inside of 6 months. We go from the ringmaster to Stone Cold. We go from having a second with Ted DiBiase to now it is this DTA. He's his own man, loner character. We go from the $1 Million Dream to the Stone Cold Stunner. What a transition. And there was a lot of things that were out of his control that just sort of happened. He could have never campaigned. I guess he could have, but DiBiase took a better deal and left.
Right.
The whole curtain call thing happened. This is a story of just walking through open doors, answering when opportunity knocked, right?
Yep. Yeah. It's game day. When it's game day, you go play. And that was him all along. He was a game day guy. When he was on the road, house shows, he wanted to be on all the house shows. He wanted to go on last. And if I booked him earlier, to get him out of the building earlier, he got angry. I got another cussing. I got cussed a lot, Conrad. So, but Steve was, he just kept fighting. That was what other people had to understand about him. He's relentless. He's not going to give up. We're either going to give him his notice to get rid of him or roll with it and see where it takes us. I'm all in favor of rolling with it. The audience is telling us he's selling merchandise. He's getting pops. He's supposed to be a heel. Big pops, significant pops. So then to me, it becomes a matter of it's a no-brainer at that point.
So King of the Ring 96, we've covered before. Everybody knows the story. He has the match with Mark Mero, gets accidentally kicked in the mouth. He's cut. He's still got the scar to this day, but that's not going to deter him from beating Jake the Snake in the main event, standing next to Michael Hayes and cutting that super famous promo where Austin 316 becomes the thing. Austin would say, I do have to say that even after I did my 316 promo at King of the Ring and introduced my new catchphrases, Vince still didn't listen to all of my ideas. I don't think he had ever pushed anybody like me before. I'm not saying I was the best. I was just a different breed of cat. I was trying to be a heel, but I was accepted universally as a babyface. This was new ground for me too. I was just kind of working my way through it, but it was all new to me. So even Austin is admitting that not much is changing from his character. So even though he is wrestling like a heel and cutting promos like a heel, he's being cheered almost like an anti-hero. And I guess you could argue that maybe Jake the Snake was the first version of that, but there was never a better version of it than Steve Austin. How hard, or was it a challenge for Vince to warm up to that idea? Because it does feel like for so long, wrestling was very paint by numbers. You're a good guy, you're a bad guy. And now we're starting to see more shades of gray.
Yeah. Yeah. It was the right place, the right time. And we had obviously the right guy for the job. He was a different babyface than we'd ever booked on that level. Even though, as you mentioned, Jake the Snake was a character babyface at one point in time, and a real good one. But it's not fair to compare Jake's character babyface run with Austin's.
Oh, no.
You're not. I know that you're not, but it's a different ball game. So, but that's, Steve was just, again, fate, man. He had been through so much, triceps and knees and politics, home life issues. All those things kept, flying. Boom. Here's another one. Here's another thing you got to take care of. Here's another thing you got to do. But he never lost the vision of where he wanted to go. He had that vision. He had the directions. He had set the GPS. We're going exactly where we're supposed to go. That's what his vision was always to be. If we can do this, I think we can really get over and make this thing special. And then we knew, you get great market research in a variety of forms in pro wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of people are married to the quarter hours and quarter hour rankings, ratings, all those things. And people say, well, I don't understand what the big deal is with this 18 to 49 demo. Well, it's what the network sells ads on. Their ad rates based on ratings in 18 to 49. It's pretty simple. Just do the math. So ad agencies sometimes will look at numbers more than they will look at programming. And the numbers are speaking for themselves by and large. To that faithful 83 weeks. So famous, he even has a podcast named after it.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at savewithconrad.com.